Ah, people are so cruel, aren't they? How are you still living? They tried to snuff you out. They dragged your name through the mud, whispered lies in the dark, and plotted your downfall. Yet here you are, a fire that burns away every excuse, every shadow, and every scheme meant to erase you. I want you to ask yourself something real, raw, and unfiltered. How are you still living after everything? The betrayals, the crushing weight of failure, the relentless grind of life. How are you still standing? The psychos wanted you gone, not just the people with smiles hiding knives, not just the circumstances conspiring against you, but the inner voices of doubt, fear, and envy. Those relentless forces whispered that you weren't enough, that you should give up. They wanted to bury you so deep that you'd forget who you are. But guess what? You didn't just survive, you lived. They underestimated you. They didn't expect you to rise after every fall, to stand taller, sharper, and more unbreakable. They thought they could shatter you, but instead you became a force they could never reckon with. Living isn't just about breathing. Living is messy. It's crawling through the mud when your legs give out, screaming into the void when no one listens, and facing battles no one else can see. Living is carrying scars that tell a story of resilience, and you are a walking miracle. Not the kind wrapped in perfection, but the kind forged in chaos, tempered by fire and baptized in your own tears. You didn't outlast the storm, you became the storm. Do you remember those moments when giving up seemed easier? When the pain, the betrayal, and the relentless weight felt unbearable? No one would have blamed you for stopping. No one would have judged you if you let the psychos win. But you didn't. Something inside you, a spark, a whisper, a relentless defiance refused to die. That indestructible core is why you're still here, and it's the very thing that terrifies them. The psychos feed on fear, doubt, and weakness. But what happens when they look at you and see none of that? What happens when they see a force they can't control? They panic, they flail, and that's where you win. The higher you climb, the harder they'll try to pull you down. But their hate, their jealousy, their scheming, it's all fuel. Every insult, every betrayal, and every lie, they're unknowingly building you up, sharpening your resolve. They thought their hate would choke you, but instead, it taught you how to fight harder, live bolder, and thrive louder. Even those closest to you might try to suffocate your light family. Friends, the very people you trusted most. Their jealousy, their fears, their insecurities, they'll project it all onto you. But their bitterness isn't your burden to carry. Their lies don't define you. Their attempts to clip your wings only make you fly higher. They'll watch you thrive while they remain stuck in their cycles of doubt and hypocrisy. They'll scramble for excuses, claim they were always rooting for you, but you'll know the truth. You'll remember every dagger disguised as advice, every fake smile, and every moment they hoped for your failure. Let them choke on their own regret. While they waste their energy plotting your downfall, you'll be too busy living boldly, living unapologetically, living as the proof that resilience isn't just a word, it's a way of life. So the next time the psychos come knocking, and they will meet them with the unshakable truth that you're still here, thriving. Not just surviving, but laughing, creating, loving, and living the life they said you could never have. Let their hate sharpen you, their lies fuel you, and their jealousy build you into a force they'll never understand. Because you're dangerous. Not in the way they say chaotic, reckless, unhinged, but dangerous because you refuse to quit. Dangerous because you've walked through darkness and come out the other side stronger than anyone thought possible. And when you finally stand at the top, living freely, living boldly, you won't need their validation. You'll realize you never needed it. Oh, they'll try again, make no mistake. The psychos, the doubters, the hypocrites, they don't rest. Their bitterness festers, their envy grows, and their desperation reaches new height. They'll dig deeper into their bag of tricks, whispering new lies, spreading more venom, and building bigger traps to see you fall. But here's the thing they don't understand. Every attempt to break you just strengthens your resolve. They don't realize they're not dealing with the same person they targeted before. You've evolved. You've grown. You've turned every failure, every insult, and every betrayal into fuel. You've alchemized their poison into power. And now you don't just live, you thrive. Living isn't just existing. It's not just waking up every day and going through the motions. Living is a rebellion. Living is a declaration that no matter how many times the world tries to crush you, you will rise, and you will rise higher than before. They wanted you broken, didn't they? They wanted you to doubt yourself, to lose faith, to give up. But every time they tried, they forgot one crucial thing. Your will to live isn't just strong, it's indomitable. Look at where you are now. You faced storms that would have drowned anyone else. You've walked through fire that would have turned others to ash. And yet here you are, breathing, standing, and most importantly, living. Do you know what terrifies them the most? It's not just that you survived, it's how you survived. You didn't just crawl out of the darkness, you exploded out of it. You turned their schemes into stepping stones. You took their hate and built a fortress. You proved that no matter how relentless the psychos are, they cannot extinguish the light within you. They don't get it, do they? They think living is passive, that it's just something you do without thought. But for someone like you, living is active, it's intentional. It's a choice you make every single day, and every choice you make terrifies them. Why? Because every time you choose to live, you remind them of their own failures. You show them that their attempts to suffocate your spirit were in vain. You shine a light on their insecurities, their weaknesses, and their own inability to rise above the darkness. Living is your ultimate revenge. It's your declaration that nothing, no scheme, no betrayal, no knot of hate can keep you down. And that, my friend, is power. So what's next? What will you do with this unstoppable spirit of yours? Will you keep proving them wrong? Will you keep building a life so extraordinary that their jealousy becomes unbearable? You see, thriving isn't just about winning. It's about showing them that their hate is irrelevant. It's about living a life so vibrant, so full of joy and purpose that they can't help but choke on their own bitterness. The psychos wanted you gone. But here's the truth, you're not just living. You're thriving in ways they could never imagine. You're writing your story, shaping your destiny, and proving that no one, not even the darkest forces, can dictate your path. So let them hate, let them doubt, let them whisper and scheme. Because every breath you take, every step forward, every victory you claim is proof that you've already won. You're not just a survivor, you're a conqueror. Live boldly, shine brightly, and never let them forget the fire they tried to snuff out is now the flame that lights your path. You see, they underestimated you from the start. They thought you were weak, naive, easy to break. They thought their cheap tricks and shallow words could shake you to your core. But the joke's on them, isn't it? Because here's the truth about you, you don't just endure. You transform. Every insult you turn it into wisdom. Every setback you turn it into strength. Every betrayal you turn it into clarity. They never expected you to rise from the ashes. But now you're not just rising, you're soaring. And the higher you go, the smaller they seem. Let me tell you something, they'll never admit their hatred isn't about you. It's about them. Their actions scream insecurity. Their words drip with self-loathing. They can't stand your strength because it exposes their weakness. They can't handle your light because it casts a shadow on their darkness. And that's the funny thing about the psychos, they're not even fighting you. They're fighting themselves, and they're losing. But you're winning. You're breaking cycles, shattering limits, and becoming everything they feared you'd be. You're living proof that resilience isn't about avoiding the storms, it's about learning to dance in the rain. You face the chaos, embrace the pain, and come out the other side stronger, wiser, and untouchable. Here's what you do now. You live so loudly that their whispers are drowned out. You shine so brightly that their shadows disappear. You love so deeply that their hate can't touch you. Because living isn't just about survival, it's about thriving. It's about creating a life so beautiful, so fulfilling, that their efforts to bring you down become laughable. Think about it. The best revenge isn't to fight back, it's to rise above. To show them that their toxicity has no power over you, that their negativity can't penetrate your joy, that their games are nothing more than a passing breeze in the hurricane of your greatness. So let them watch as you build your empire. Let them stew in their envy as you conquer mountains they were too afraid to climb. Let them burn with regret as they realize they wasted their energy trying to destroy someone who was always destined to win. Your life is your masterpiece, and every stroke of the brush, every choice you make, and every step you take is a testament to your strength. And here's the secret they'll never understand. The more they try to tear you down, the higher you'll rise. Because you've learned the ultimate truth, your power doesn't come from them. It comes from within. So keep going, keep growing, keep thriving. And when you look back one day, you won't see the pain, the betrayal, the doubt. You'll see the journey of someone who refused to be defined by the actions of others. Someone who turned every obstacle into an opportunity. Someone who proved once and for all that no one, not even the psychos, can stop a soul on fire. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell and tell the Batman I said hello. And oh yeah, if you really like this content, subscribe to my free newsletter and get free updates on videos. If you're interested, comment Joker below this video.